Ben Affleck, a very ungrateful narcissist, Part 4. We continue our analysis of the information available in relation to Ben Affleck to determine whether he is a very ungrateful narcissist. In October 2017, it was reported that Ben Affleck was condemning Harvey Weinstein, who helped make him an Oscar winner, calling his actions completely unacceptable. Affleck said that reading the allegations against Weinstein made him sick, especially because they'd worked together so closely on Good Will Hunting, the 1997 Miramax release that earned Ben his first Oscar. However, Rose McGowan, perpetual thorn in the side of those involved with Weinstein, appeared to be calling out Ben Affleck and his brother Casey on Monday in October with a vague tweet suggesting they've known about Weinstein's behaviour but had remained silent. Affleck added in his statement, "We must support those who come forward and condemn behaviour like Weinstein's." He also said having more women in positions of power would help. Of course, in those circumstances, is this purely facade management, or is it genuine accountability and the presentation of emotional empathy? However, Rose McGowan countered this. She said that he was flat out lying if he wants people to think he didn't know about Harvey Weinstein. She says she told him face to face. Shortly after he issued his first comments about Weinstein, with whom he worked closely on several movies, Rose McGowan blasted the actor for making it sound like Weinstein's pattern of sexual harassment was news to Affleck. She claims she told Affleck that Weinstein assaulted her, and Affleck replied, "God damn it, I told him to stop doing that." She says she even remembers where Ben said it, while they were at a news conference for a movie they did. Rose adds she was forced to go to the event after Weinstein had assaulted her. Of course, it remains to be seen whether McGowan is correct in what she's saying, but if she is, this demonstrates the telling of a lie, a revision of history, and also exhibits a failure of emotional empathy and also accountability. But of course, that's on the basis that McGowan is correct. There's more information about that. During the Me Too movement in 2017, Affleck was also accused by 2 women of inappropriate behaviour. Actress Hilary Burton stated that during an on-air appearance on TRL Uncensored in 2003, Affleck wraps his arms around me and comes over and tweaks my left boob. There is video evidence that demonstrates that. That exhibits an absence of emotional empathy, poor boundary recognition, sexual assault. Affleck responded on Twitter, "I acted inappropriately towards Ms. Burton and I sincerely apologise." Was this false contrition? Or was he genuinely contrite for his behaviours, having made a mistake? Well, once might be a mistake. However, Anne-Marie Tendler, a makeup artist, said that Affleck grabbed my ass at a Golden Globes party in 2014. He tried to play it like he was politely moving me out of the way. Again, that exhibits an absence of emotional empathy, sexual assault, absence of emotional empathy, poor boundary recognition. Then, there is further evidence that arises. Another video also resurfaced from 2004, in which Affleck gets a Canadian TV host to sit on his lap, while his hands are all over her. Affleck told her, "They would like the show better if you did it topless, wouldn't they?" Also, he mocked people with cerebral palsy. You can now watch the relevant segment of the video and make your own mind up with regard to what behaviours you are witnessing here.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm warning you about today's episode of Box Office. It gets pretty wild and crazy. Anyways, we start with Ben Affleck, whom I recently met on a Sunday morning. You'll be able to see him soon in his upcoming movie, Jersey Girl.
I like the perfume. They like this at the station. They would like it better if you did the show topless at the station, wouldn't they? Because that's sort of the idea, right? Here we go. Come on. Oh, let's do it. If we can do the interview like this. Like
oh, you're really sweet.
That's a lovely perfume you have on. What's the story?
What do you mean? Usually ice cream?
No, usually perfume intoxicating. It's very wonderful. Well, you usually show a lot more cleavage than this. What's the story? Why are you covering it up today?
Well, it's Sunday morning.
It's Sunday morning. That never stopped you before from getting the titties out. How are you trying to fool Sunday morning? You could be in church. You usually have that rack on display. The deacon, right? Am I right? That's how it goes, right? Well, you let him. I mean, usually it's a bikini and the whole thing. You know, you should work at Fox here in LA. You'd blend right in. They would love you. They do that. Fox LA, they have a pole that they dance on.
Oh, yeah. And you watch that, of course.
I like that one, my only thing that I love. Hello, my little one. Oh, my little French, unique friend. Yeah, this French is having bad reputation now. You have to tell everyone I'm Canadian, but French is stupid. Man, tell me who I am. These breasts are very firm, suspiciously firm, I have to say. They are so, what is, I mean, they are like two giant stones. What just happened? How are you get like that?
No, because it's a sport bra.
Oh, sport bra? That's why?
That's why.
All right. Come on.
I promise.
You promise? You do? Really? Do you have a boyfriend back in Montreal? Yeah, I have many boyfriends. Don't worry about me. I have 7 lovers. I make love with different men 1 day for the week. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. Because I take lover like I take shower once a week. Oh no! Not kidding. That's the French.
Yeah,
that's
you
not
know
the Montreal.
You know I'm clean.
No, you smell very nice. Perfume. It's intoxicated. It's the smell of happiness. This is the smell of my life. Should we do a little midriff bearing thing? Let's do a Janet Jackson stunt. Let's scare them all. Should we do a Janet Jackson thing? Are you wearing your nipple ring? I don't know. I do that. You turn the table like that.
I did Justin.
You did what?
I did Justin. You did Janet.
You did? Look at you getting it. You're finally getting to that swing of things. You're really finally starting to figure things out. Oh, it's so good.
Well, I love it to be here with Montreal.
Both venues. And in the station, we are here airing TV at the movie Jersey Girl. With Ben Affleck, he is always with me, and we're talking about film and those kind of things. I noticed that he's still making film in English, which is disappointing.
Yes.
But when do you make the French film with this English, with that stupid language they make us learn in school? Because we are not free. We are oppressed by these people in Toronto, that is our capital, when we are Québécois. Vive les Québécois! Vive le Québécois, le Québécois. Oh, le Québécois. Stay still. Oh, stop it. Stop jerking. Stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop moving. Stop it.
Oh, you're terrible.
Oh,
I look like a Sorry,
That's okay. You're handicapped.
No, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
Don't make me look like I am retarded. I look like I have cerebral palsy now. Should we hear that
That's
part?
bad. I don't know.
That's maybe offend.
Yes.
We cannot defend. Only in America you have these standards. Not in Quebec.
Yeah, we're open.
You are libertine. What did you think about the Janet Jackson thing? You thought it was silly, right? You thought it was silly to make such a big deal out of a breast, right?
Yeah, totally.
Totally? Is that what everyone thought in Montreal?
I don't know everybody in Montreal, but me.
What about your friends?
Like you care.
I wonder about you and your friends.
You don't care about my friends.
I do. Don't say that. You know I care about your friends. You know I listen to you. I want to hear. What I want to do is sit down and talk. Let's just talk. Just don't do that sex all the time. All you want to do is have sex all the time. You don't want to talk. You don't want to hold me. You don't want to listen. You don't listen to what I have to say. You never, all you want, it's like, and the only time we do get to talk is when you think it's going to be about sex. It hurts my feelings. Okay? I feel used and exploited. I feel undervalued and objectified by you. Okay, thank you.
I enjoy it.
Goodbye, my sweet girl. Always a pleasure.
You've now seen the relevant video, which isn't a mere grab of the boob, but is sustained behaviour. The video demonstrates repeated suggestive comments being made by Affleck, which are a sense of entitlement. He repeatedly manhandles the TV presenter, which shows a physical assault. And also poor boundary recognition. He also fails to respect the professional boundary, since this is somebody who's meant to be interviewing him. He mocks the French accent also, presumably because the interviewer is French-Canadian. And also he makes comments about making him look retarded and looking like cerebral palsy, and he undertakes certain actions. Affleck was no doubt aware that this was all being filmed, but a sense of entitlement means that he simply didn't care. And this behaviour does exhibit an absence of emotional empathy. This isn't a one-off mistake. There are already allegations and evidence that supports that he certainly gets rather handsy with the women. And therefore, with there being not one, but two, but three incidents, two of which video evidence exists for, supports that his behaviour is one whereby he doesn't recognise the boundary both in terms of professional or personal space, that he acts with a sense of entitlement, that he invades people's space, that he lays his hands on them by way of physical or sexual assault, that he operates without any accountability for those behaviours, that he sees there's nothing wrong with it, and doesn't demonstrate any care for how his behaviour impacts upon that person. Similarly, the comments that he makes with regard to mocking somebody who's retarded and having cerebral palsy also exhibits an absence of emotional empathy. And therefore, in the circumstances, this evidence with regard to his treatment of women starts to change the complexion. And where previously we have been thinking, well, perhaps it might be this or the other, it now starts to support the fact that the behaviour has taken a turn to demonstrating that there are sufficient narcissistic indicators to support that his behaviour is likely to be that of a narcissist. However, we shall continue keeping an open mind by working through the further evidence that exists. Join me in part 5 for that.